Hey guys, Philip here, and today, I just hit 10 subscribers. Yeah, that's right, 10 subscribers. And today I'm gonna do a Draw My Life. 10 subscribers isn't a lot, but at least it's a bit. I'm gonna do a Draw My Life. Sorry, I'm really slow at drawing, but you get the idea. Let's start with Draw My. I was born in 19 September in 2007 with my brother Eric, or should I call him Phantom Eric? Yeah. Phantom Eric is my brother. Well, it turns out Phantom Eric and I were twins. I actually found out. Yeah. Anyways, let's continue. I lived at a pretty nice. I lived at a pretty nice house after I was born, but it turns out my cousin now lives in there, which means I actually moved. Well, my parents and I moved with my brother, yeah. Anyways, let's continue my Draw My Life. I can't stop saying that because I'm slow at drawing. Anyways, I moved at a brand new house that I actually loved that house. It was a beautiful house. I really did love it. And I actually still live there. Yeah. Anyways, not a lot of important things, not a lot of fun things happened back then in that new house. So now let's talk about where I was. I was at the kindergarten that I was in was called Incredible Kids. I don't feel like drawing it or typing it. I'm just gonna do an I and the K for Incredible Kids. Yeah, I went to Incredible Kids, and I'm probably gonna embarrass myself if I say this, but every single morning I cried and said I didn't want to go to school. What? But every kid says that they don't want to go to school. So what? Dang it! I keep getting the wrong color. Well, you get the idea. Anyways, let's continue my Draw My. I was actually pretty happy when I actually graduated from Incredible Kids. I thought I'd never have to go there again, but it turns out I'd have to go to school. Yeah, so yeah, I went to a school called Mount Pleasant Primary School, where I met most of my friends. And it was actually a pretty big school, not gonna lie. Mount Pleasant Primary School is actually huge. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. 1 sec. Yeah. Anyways. And in 2015, I started my very first YouTube channel. It was crazy, my own YouTube channel. Well, that was on Christmas Day. Hey, my first video was about SpongeBob actually being in real life. And I'm serious, SpongeBob in real life. There's a lot of SpongeBob in real life videos. Yeah. I got one color. Anyways, let's continue. I always loved making videos until I found out out on my YouTube channel. It had the wrong name. It was just called Phillip Strache. Like what? Well, Strache is my real name. It was just called Phillip. It was just called Phillip Strache. Like seriously, Strache. This is how you spell it. It's a very hard name to announce. Yeah. It was just called Phillip Strache. I was like, what? That gamers will go like, that's a bad YouTube name. So I asked my dad to change it into I asked my name to change it to Phillip. One sec, this pencil's too big. This paintbrush is too big. So I asked my dad to rename it to PhillipGamerTV. Yeah, I asked my dad to rename it to PhillipGamerTV. Yeah, it was, I loved it until I changed it to PhillipGamerTV / the buddies. I don't really feel like drawing the words. I'm just gonna do a B. Yeah. Anyways, let's continue. Let's talk a bit about my brother. My brother also has wait, this is my job, my life. Why am I talking about my brother? Anyway, let's talk about my favorite video games. The first game I ever played, well, I can't really remember, but I do remember. The first game I played was rather Iron Man. Or it was Transformers. I can't really remember, but I think it's mostly Iron Man. Well, the second game would have been Transformers. Yeah. Yeah, the first game I played was Transformers, and I loved that game. But I was so dumb at playing them, and you would not believe. I played so many cool other games. I even once had a PlayStation 2, but it turned out it broke, and I mean like I'm serious, it broke. It actually broke, I'm serious. I was really sad that time. You would not believe how sad I was when it broke. It actually broke. And then one day I heard a website called YouTube where people can actually like watch videos. Yeah. Well, oops, wrong thing. That's my Xbox. Well, let's just forget it's not. Let's pretend it's not there. I'm talking about YouTube. And yeah, that's when I learned about having a YouTube channel, and then I did. One sec. Yeah. And by the time I loved my YouTube channel, then the first video I watched was a lot of baby videos because I was very young. I watched like Iron Man as a baby. That's crazy. Yeah, I actually watched it. It's just kid videos. Until one day I saw the first gaming video I've ever saw, and that was a YouTuber named, that YouTuber was XRPMX13. That YouTuber is like a Batman type of YouTuber. I'm serious. Yes. By the way, Batman was my favorite superhero, and he was playing, and XRPMX13 was playing a game that I like to call Minecraft. And I'm serious, it was called Minecraft. Yeah, and Minecraft is actually the main game on my YouTube channel. Yeah. Right now I'm just drawing Minecraft. Like, literally I'm drawing it. it was one. Yeah, when I asked my dad to download it, me and Eric played it for ages. Yeah, like literally. Yeah, Minecraft is also the main game on my channel. I'm just gonna say that again. Anyways, let's continue. I wonder, hey, well, this year I actually started my own YouTube group that I like to call The Buddies, which I talked about on the name of my channel. Yeah. I just need to assemble just 2 more members. Actually, yeah, 2 more. Actually, 1 or 2. I don't really know more members. Yeah, it's definitely 1 more member, and that's my friend Luke. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, and also 10 subscribers is great. I'll see you in the next video. Good. Bye.